Software project management. Today's topic is extreme programming. Extreme programming. One of the foremost agile methodologies is called extreme programming. We can call it as XP, which involves a high degree of participation between two parties in the software exchange, customers and developers. The former inspires further development by emphasizing the most useful features of a given software product through testimonials. The developers in turn base each successive set of software upgrades on this feedback while continuing to test new innovations every few weeks. XP has its share of pros and cons. On the upside, this agile methodology involves a high level of collaboration and a minimum of upfront documentation. It's an efficient and persistent delivery model. However, the methodology also requires a great level of discipline, as well as plenty of involvement from people beyond the world of information technology. Furthermore, in order for best results, advanced XP proficiency is vital on the part of every team member. Extreme programming is a software development methodology which is intended to improve software quality and responsiveness to changing customers' requirements. As a type of agile software development, it advocates frequent releases in short development cycles, which is intended to improve productivity and introduce checkpoints at which new customer requirements can be adopted. Other elements of extreme programming include programming in pairs, are doing extensive code review, unit testing of all code, avoiding programming of features until they are actually needed. A flat management structure, code simplicity and clarity, expecting changes in the customer's requirements as time passes and the problems is better understood, and frequent communication with the customer and among programmers. The methodology takes its name from the idea that the beneficial elements of traditional software engineering practices are taken to extreme levels. As an example, code reviews are considered a beneficial practice taken to the extreme. Code can be reviewed continuously, the practice of pair programming. Activities XP describes four basic activities that are performed within the software development process: coding, testing, listening, and designing. Coding. The advocates of XP argue that the only truly important product of the system development process is code. Software instructions that the computer can interpret. Without code, there is no working product. Coding can also be used to figure out the most suitable solution. Coding can also help to communicate thoughts about programming problems. Code say the proponents of this position is always clear and concise and cannot be interpreted in more than one way. Other programmers can give feedback on this code by also coding their thoughts. Testing. Extreme programming approach is that if a little testing can eliminate a few flaws, a lot of testing can eliminate many more flaws. Unit tests determine whether a given feature works as intended. Programmers write as many automated tests as they can think of that might break the code. If all tests run successfully, then the coding is complete. Every piece of code that is written is tested before moving on the next feature. Acceptance test. Verify that the requirements as understood by the programmers satisfy the customer's actual requirements. Listening. Programmers must listen to what the customers need the system to do what business logic is needed. They must understand these needs well enough to give the customer feedback about the technical aspects of how the problem might be solved or cannot be solved. Communication between the customer and the programmer is further addressed in the planning game. Designing. From the point of view of simplicity, of course, one could say that system development doesn't need more than coding, testing and listening. If those activities are performed well, the result should always be a system that works. In practice, this will not work. One can come a long way without designing, but at the given time, one will get stuck. The system becomes too complex and the dependencies within the system cease to be clear. One can avoid this by creating a design structure that organizes the logic in the system. Good design will avoid lots of dependencies within the system. This means that changing one part of the system will not affect other parts of the system. Advantages: robustness, resilience, cost savings, lesser risks. And disadvantages: it assumes constant involvement of customers. Centered approach rather than design or centered approach. Lack of proper documentation. Thank you.